US President Donald Trump has once again said the United States need Greenland for national security, appointing a special envoy to lead these efforts. The remarks have triggered strong pushback from Denmark and Greenland, both rejecting any move to take control of the Arctic island. So why is Trump pushing for Greenland? This report will tell you more about it. Take a look.
President Donald Trump reasserted in the new year that the United States wants Greenland.
We need Greenland from a national security situation.
Trump said a newly appointed special envoy would lead the charge, drawing sharp criticism from Denmark and Greenland. Let's take a look at why Trump is interested in the vast Arctic territory. Greenland is strategically significant for the US military. The shortest route from Europe to North America runs through it. The US has said it wants to expand its existing military presence on the island. That includes placing radars to watch waters in the region used by Russian Navy vessels and nuclear submarines.
Right now, Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the place.
Shipping data show most Chinese and Russian activity in the Arctic is in waters near Russia. But more broadly, the Arctic is becoming more militarized, with NATO states, China and Russia all expanding activity there. The island is also rich in minerals, oil and natural gas, though development has been slow and mining has seen very limited US investment. Legally, Greenland is a territory of Denmark, which is a NATO member. In 2009, it was granted broad self-governing autonomy. That includes the right to declare independence from Denmark through a referendum. Polls show most of Greenland's 57,000 inhabitants back independence, but many of them also fear a hasty move for independence could leave them worse off and expose the island to the US. The US military has a permanent presence in an airbase in northwest Greenland. In 1951, the US and Denmark made an agreement. It gave the US the right to move around freely and construct military bases on the island as long as Denmark and Greenland are notified. Trump offered to buy the island during his first presidential term, a move Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen called absurd. In late 2025, Trump named a special envoy to Greenland, Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry, who publicly backs the idea of the island becoming part of the US. Frederiksen has since said Denmark wants to continue being a good ally of the US, while also saying that Trump's threats should be taken seriously. In a joint statement pushing back on Trump, she and Greenland's Prime Minister Jens Frederik Nielsen said Greenland belongs to Greenlanders, saying, quote, "You cannot annex another country, not even with an argument about international security."
Meanwhile, European leaders have rallied behind Greenland after US President Donald Trump renewed talk of taking control of the Arctic island. Leaders from France, Britain, Germany and others said Greenland belongs to its people and its future can only be decided by Denmark and Greenland.
European leaders rallied behind Greenland on Tuesday following a renewed threat by US President Donald Trump to take over the Danish territory. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk told reporters in Warsaw that Denmark can count on European solidarity over Greenland, and said no NATO member should threaten or attack another. A joint statement issued by the leaders of France, Britain, Germany, Italy, Poland, Spain, and Denmark the same day said, "It is for Denmark and Greenland and them only to decide on matters concerning Denmark and Greenland." Trump has in recent days repeated that he wants to gain control of the Arctic island. He first voiced the idea in 2019 during his first presidency, arguing it is vital for the US military and that Denmark has not done enough to protect it. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller on Monday dismissed concerns about Danish sovereignty. He told CNN, quote, "You can talk all you want about international niceties and everything else, but we live in a world, in the real world, that is governed by strength, that is governed by force, that is governed by power." A U.S. military operation over the weekend that seized the leader of Venezuela has rekindled concerns that Greenland might face a similar scenario. Greenland has repeatedly said it does not want to be part of the United States. European leaders said security in the Arctic must be achieved collectively with NATO allies, including the United States. Greenland's Prime Minister Jens Frederik Nielsen welcomed the European leaders' pledge of solidarity and renewed his call to the U.S. for respectful dialogue.